Alright, so I was finally able to configure my capture card to work with this. So I grabbed this HD TV video capture card, and it's actually got a USB output. So if you have a Mac, you're gonna need one of these, which is the USB to the USB-C converter. And I'm just gonna throw this out here. Every converter doesn't necessarily work. So I had another converter, it didn't work, so I had to go back to the store and get another one of these. Now, when I was actually configuring OBS to work with this, it would not just bring up the gaming console. So I plugged it into my console, which is a Raspberry Pi, plugged it up to the HDMI, just like I would normally, and then you actually have to plug your HDMI into here for the input, and then this goes to your computer, obviously. But for some reason, the video capture device would not show up. So the first thing I thought is, let's just reboot the Mac and see what happens. I rebooted the Mac, and then the video capture option did actually come up. After it came up, I was able to see the game console on the screen. However, I still did not have any audio. I didn't have any sound. So I went into the OBS settings and I went under the the audio output, and for the second mic auxiliary audio 2 output, I chose the USB 3.0 capture. So the USB 3.0 capture will capture both video and sound as a part of this capture card. So I don't know how all these other capture cards work, but I'm assuming that most of these HDTV capable video capture cards are going to be able to handle both sound and audio. Now, the other thing worth mentioning is, depending on your actual gaming console, like I'm running a retro gaming console on the Pi, so I've got a bunch of different emulators, etc. When I initially configured the Raspberry Pi, it did not have any output to the screen. So I went into the configuration files, I tweaked it a little bit because I kept getting an error message, and then finally, after I adjusted the output settings from the Raspberry Pi, the screen just showed up. So depending on what TV you're putting it on, or monitor for that matter, there has to be a compatible resolution between your gaming console and your TV or monitor. Now, this probably doesn't apply as much if you got all new equipment, because chances are you're going to have 1080p at least, but the gaming console doesn't just default to 1080p, because these games don't necessarily run for these retro games in 1080. They didn't have that particular technology back then. So in the past, I've just configured it to run under the 720. Actually, let me double check which resolution I have right here, right now. So I've been able to use this other resolution for my video, and the resolution that I chose was... oh, it's not going to show me right now because I'm actually using it, but it's a lesser resolution than 1920 1080. It's the resolution that's less than that. So that's another kind of got you if you're experiencing issues with your video output for your capture card. And then what are the other kind of got yous? Definitely got to check your sound and audio settings to make sure that you are getting sound and audio output. That was probably the main thing after I figured out how to actually get the capture card to be recognized by OBS. Alright, so I'm going to jump into a game real quick, and hopefully, you know, I can get a W. I don't know if that's going to happen. I haven't played this in a while, but let's give it a go and see if we can get a win. I'm going with Wario. I always kind of go with Wario. I think when you go with some of the smaller opponents, they get bullied a little bit more, and I don't like to get pushed off the road. So, all right, let's go. Lucky they're still within visual distance up here. Seems like once they get out of your view, it becomes very hard to catch back up. Especially on the third lap. Oh, perfectly placed banana peel. All right, coming up to the home stretch right now. Peach is right on my tail. Woo! I barely just made that one. Peach was giving me a serious run for my money on that race. All right, let's start up this next race. We'll be racing at Moo Moo Farm. I find it crazy how Peach just always finds a way to be right up there, just neck and neck with you. Oh, woo! That was the last thing I needed to happen. Oh! 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 Ah! Ah! Wow! Man, Peach is turning into a bugaboo, man. Now I'm tied with Peach going into the third round. I gotta take first place this round, because once it gets to the fourth race, just the potential for it to go funny always happens. So let's see if we can handle business right here. Rare star. I haven't seen that many stars lately at all. Keep Peach within my sights. Peach is just doing too much. Slow. Let's think we can slow Peach down a little bit. Can we slow her down just a little bit? Let me send that bomb for her and see if we can hit Peach up here. There we go. Alright, now I just gotta finish the deal off. Oh. Oh. Pulled that one out. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, the only person that can still win this tournament is Peach. If I place second, I win the tournament. But Peach would still have to place first. Alright, it's time to get down to business. Gotta shut Peach down. Alright, let's go, let's go. Drop that banana right there. Lap 2, let's go, let's go. Everything's looking good so far, fellas. Just drop that back there. Hopefully they would not have missed that train and they didn't get to that train. Looks like I got a little bit of breathing room right now so far. If I could just stay on the road and stop hitting bananas over here. Send that gift back for someone else. Looks like we're going into the third lap right here, and I'm cruising right now. Oh, and then they slowed me down with this train right here. But that's cool. I'm still very much ahead, but you know, the computer will cheat. Now they got another train for me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See how the computer creates circumstances for these other racers to come back? Now I got somebody, I had a nice quarter lap lead almost. Now I'm just barely ahead of them, going to the home stretch right now. Let's go! Okay, Peach came in second. Woo! If Peach would have came in first, I think I would have been tied with her. If I would have came in second, no, I still would have won by a little, but I don't like for it to be that close going into the final round. I'm trying to take the cup within the first two races where I have a very decisive advantage going into the final races. That way I don't have to sweat it all the way out down to the last race. Alright, looks like I'm in the winner's circle here. We're going into the presentation for the Mushroom Cup 150cc. And the cup goes to Wario. I'm gonna win. Peach comes in number 2 and number 3 is Mario. I'm a number 1.